I need a break, a 17-minute break to be exact. So I'm gonna take you outside for a walk around Lisbon while I tell you my top 5 productivity hacks while working from home. Let's go. Firstly, as we're going outside in sunny Lisbon, I need my little sunglasses for the camera. All right, my first productivity hack is getting outside for a break, right? There was a study done by a company called Desk Time, I'll link it below, where they mapped the most effective people working on a daily basis at their desks, working from home and also working in the office. And they discovered that people who worked for sprints, like constant sprints of 52 minutes, and then had exactly a 17-minute break afterwards, they were the most effective people. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna head out to the market and to take a stroll, because the thing about that 17-minute break is that you have to get yourself completely outside of the working environment. So I'm gonna do that at the market because I have another productivity hack I wanna share with you, which is a hilarious one, and I need a tomato to do that. Let's go. All right, you'd be right in thinking, why did I take you to the market to tell you my second productivity hack? And the reason for that is this. There's a method called the Pomodoro Method, or the Pomodoro technique, which is quite a funny one. And it was created by this guy called Francesco Carrillo, I think it was Carrillo, I'll link it below, in the 80s. While he was a student, he basically would work in 25-minute sprints. They were each called a Pomodoro, basically. He would do 2 or 3 of those in a row, and then he would have 1 or 2 Pomodoro breaks. So we're talking 25 minutes, in twice is 50, so it's 50 minutes working. So similar to the study by Desk Time. And then you have a 1 Pomodoro break, a 25-minute break or so. And the reason Pomodoro is quite a funny one, because I don't know about you, but I grew up with a timer, a kitchen timer, in the shape of a tomato, and Pomodoro is Italian for tomato. So he called it the Pomodoro Method because he used to use his kitchen timer to actually time him while he was working away. So there's the Pomodoro Method, quite a fun one, I know. All right, so I've come to my favorite little square that's around the corner from me, basically. It's the other side of the timeout market. Usually this is full of people lying in the sun on a sunny day, and I can see the sun's about to come out. But my third productivity hack that I wanted to give you guys tips on is how I start my mornings, basically. And it's note-taking and note-keeping. And by that I mean, keeping notes is always a good thing to do because, we're all forgetful and you can't always remember everything, right? But how you schedule your notes can often get, a mess, right? I used to be really guilty of that. So what I started to do is I actually, I structure my notes in to-do, so it's a to-do list, to do today, to do this week, and personal, to do personal. To do today, obviously priority things. I also, the first 3 bullet points I always do every single morning, the boxes I need to tick, are things I'm already gonna do. So it's having a morning coffee, it's taking my brain supplement medication Heights, not medication, supplement, and meditate, right? So 3 things I'm gonna do regardless. So my morning routine kicks off with a win, I'm already rolling, and then I go through my day basically, updating that as I go. To do this week, obviously that's things that aren't priority today, but need to be done this week. Getting back to emails, sending invoices, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously to do personal is an important one to schedule because, all too often we only prioritize our work in our life. But we let the things that are actually really important for our life slip through. So I always put down personal errands and things like that onto a list. Whether it's replying to my mother, whether it's checking in with a friend, I always put that into that personal list to make sure that it's always there front of mind and it will eventually get done. And it's always quite joyous to tick off personal errands instead of leaving it till a Saturday because Sunday everything's closed, you're busy Monday to Friday, and obviously you want to enjoy yourself, right? So that's my third productivity hack. All right, so I'm now 6 minutes into my 17-minute little break. Let's go take a stroll and I'll give you my last 3. All right, so my last 3. This one might seem like an obvious one, but eliminating social distractions. So I actually, I'm totally social media addicted, right? I mean, I'm obviously in that game, so I kind of have to be, but it's hard for me to sort of really divide between personal social time and business social media time, right? So I actually leave my phone completely outside of my sight and reach. I put it next door for that 50-minute sprint work that I do, to make sure that I actually don't just get distracted by notifications, try to limit notifications on my computer. So that's my fourth one. Fifth one is obviously emails, right? So I've actually made a habit now of only answering emails in the morning at around 11 a.m. because then you sort of get that first barrage of emails coming through. Maximum an hour on that. And then what I'll do is at the end of the day, I'll just check in on that. And what I started to do is actually put an automatic reply in my emails to simply say, hey, I'm only checking my emails in the morning and evening. If you need me, text me, here's my number. Otherwise, we leave it at that. So I think that's a smart way to sort of manage time and expectations with people, because if you don't communicate that to people, they might just think that you're being lazy or you're not responding, especially if it's something urgent. So you need to make sure you communicate that. And finally, the most important one is be kind to yourself. That's my final productivity hack there, a sixth bonus one for you. But be kind to yourself, because it's so hard to be working from home without people around you giving you their sort of positive momentum or motivational energy. So just be kind to yourself. Now I'm going to film this cool guy on a skateboard. Side note, just when I turn the camera on, all the cars come. This car, I want it. Let me know in the comments if you think I should write a piece of paper, like a note with my email address, and say, I want to buy your car. Because if enough of you do it, okay, how about this? If I get 1,000 views on this video, I will write a note there saying that I will buy your car. And if he says yes, I will actually buy it, okay? Let's see what happens. So that's my 17-minute break up. I feel refreshed. I've got outside of my working environment, so I'm feeling good to get back into it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. What to do with these tomatoes? That's my 17 minutes.